Shapes is a powerful CSS3 feature that allows us to take text and form it into shapes such as circles, squares, polygons. So let's look at some examples. Let's say we have this image, which is a circle. And what we want to do is we want to have the circle displayed in the browser, and we want the text to kind of form itself around the circle. So let's look at the HTML to do such a thing. Here we're going to include the image in our web page, and then we're going to have some text. We want that text to be right up against this image with this kind of forming itself to the shape. So we'll load in the example HTML file. This is by default what it looks like. So what I want to do is I want to move this text next to the circle. And the way I'm going to do that is to define this image class to be float left. Now, if I float the image left, this text will pop right up here next to it. Let's do that. So I'm going to say image class float left. Boom, there it is. Now, the problem with this image text is it lines up flush up against, like here. What I'd like it to do is form around the space of the circle following this shape. Now the good news is I can do that with CSS shapes. So I'm going to add this shape outside, saying the shape of the outside is going to be a circle, and notice how it now forms itself around the circle. Very nice. So now we have this really nice look where our text is actually following the shape of a circle. What's nice about this is we can have this text take on pretty much any shape we want with the idea of creating what's known as a polygon. So let's look at an example of creating a polygon shape instead of a circle shape. Let me comment out the circle part, and I'll add the shape outside to be polygon. And you'll notice that the text now forms a polygon shape. We've got a line here, line straight down, and then line over, following this definition. So we're going to start at 150 pixels, 0 pixels. That's right here. To 200 pixels, 200. And then back over to 0 pixels, 200. So it's basically forming this line right here in a polygon shape. So we can create shapes with our text in circles, polygons, can also do ellipses, and many other shapes as well. Now this is an experimental feature. Many browsers don't yet support shapes, so you may have to turn on the enable experimental features in the browser. But then you can start playing around with shapes. We've looked at a couple of very simple examples of using CSS shapes. You can look online and read about all of the features available. CSS shapes provides many